Yes, we're here in 2,500 and something. It's over 500 years in the future on Football Manager. There's going to be a lot to unpack, so let's just jump in, shall we? Last time we were here, leap years had buggered things up and we missed the end of the season at 250 years. Well, I've actually come to the 26th of May, 2541. It's like 517 years into the future, 518 from FM24. So yeah, over 500 years in the future. And it's simulated for 2 days, 11 hours and 44 minutes. It's all right, isn't it? And here we go. The English Premier Division looks very, very different, doesn't it? Except Manchester City are still on bloody top. And there's Newcastle in second. So, like, look at that. Look at this. 92 points, 85 points, 63. Bolton, Kings Lynn, Salford, Grimsby, Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. Oxford United, Bradford City, Blackpool, Swindon, Cheltenham, Bath City, Brighton, Leyton Orient, Lincoln, Bristol City and Stockport County. Well, what a different league this looks like at the moment. Still first in competition reputation. Past winners. Well, Harrogate have won it a couple of years ago. What's happened to Harrogate? Harrogate have just been relegated from the Championship. So, sorry, we're just going to jump into the Championship. Harrogate have just gone down. Hang on. Why is play with them? Why is it all Harrogate related stats? Sorry, the game's completely glitched out. Arsenal have just been relegated as well. So there's that. Liverpool mid-table. Sheffield Wednesday gone up, having scored 40 goals and conceded 28. Lots of 1-0s and 2-1s. Lots of draws. They've gone up on 74 points. 26 points separates top to bottom, which is ridiculous. But something's gone wrong here. He's only taken in one player from Sheffield Wednesday, one player from Liverpool, and the rest are just Harrogate. And Harrogate have gone down, having won the Premier League 2 years ago. Then they came bottom. So they've gone from top to the bottom, and now we're here. Reverse Drake style. Right. I don't even know where to begin. Right. Past winners. Where were we? About here, during the bloody Newcastle, Everton and Man City era of domination. Then Bristol Rovers came in for a cup of coffee 4 years in a row. Leeds had won one. Man City then again back. Brighton have won a couple here. Barnsley with a three-peat. Newcastle City. Maidstone. 6 Premier Division titles for Maidstone over the course of this experiment. They're currently in the Championship, but they've got 2 in a row there. And Man City get Leeds doing quite well. Barnsley, very good time for Yorkshire over here. Then it's back to Everton and Newcastle and Man City. It just doesn't stop, does it? It's Man City, Newcastle and Everton are the 3. Plymouth Argyle getting up there 4 in 5 years. Derby County runners up again. Oh, Derby. Please, Derby have won something. I think they did win something at 250 years. At 100 years, we had 3 European finals in a row. Was it Europa League? If memory serves me correctly. There, they won it. They won the Premier League derby. 359-60. So in just 343 years, that's not even good maths. In just 346/7 years, Derby County going to win the Premier League. So sit tight, Derby fans. But the 4 in a row for Maidstone there. Not really journeying about much though, is it? We just revert back to Merseyside with Everton, Man City, no Newcastle for a while. United have won one there. Grimsby runner-up down here and third quite a bit. Liverpool have won quite a few and Liverpool have won and come runner-up a lot. Oh, here we go. Nice bit of era of domination for Liverpool here. Woking coming in second. Peterborough, runner-up, winners, runner-up. Yeah, Man United, Everton again with quite a few. Then City, West Brom with a couple. Woking winning it again. Did Woking win it? No, Woking just came runner-up. So Woking winning it in 2,423. So Woking have won it here. They did win it somewhere else, didn't they? 2,230. Oh, so in the last video we would have seen that. They've got 3 Champions Leagues as well. Spoiler, another Champions League coming for Woking. But United and City taking back over. Hull City, previous Champions League winners from the 100 year in the future. I mean, second for 6 years out of nowhere. And then they just disappeared. Wrexham have won the Premier League. Wrexham. I wonder if Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney are still there in 416 years. Doubtful. United and City. Grimsby again. So it's just all about United and City. Accrington Stanley winning it here. Tranmere Rovers. 6 in a row. Like literally out of nowhere. Maidenhead have won a couple as well. Accrington Stanley then winning 5 in a row. City then coming back in, and then Accrington getting another one. Plymouth Argyle getting back up there. Newcastle now back in the conversation after a long time apart. Altrincham coming runner-up and then winning it the following season. And then Bristol Rovers coming back and winning a few. Man City, Bolton, as we saw, I believe. No, Bolton just up there. Yeah, sorry, Bolton winning a couple. City again. Bolton, Burnley with 3. United, Bristol Rovers, Harrogate, as we've seen, and Man City most recently. So Man City are going to have so many Premier Leagues. 214 and 108 Champions Leagues, 107 Champions Leagues in this experiment of 516, 17 years. 17, because it's 18, because it's 2041. 17, 2041, because 24, yeah, sorry. 517 years. I'm going to leave all that in. So yeah, anyway, Harrogate relegated. Former Premier League champions, as are Arsenal, former Premier League champions going down. Liverpool mid-table, Leeds mid-table, winning quite a lot. Wrexham, again, former Premier League champions, not managing to get promoted back to the big team. Maidstone, also previous Premier League champions. God, we'll take it as read that most teams are former Premier League champions at this point, because so many have bloody won it. Going up from League One, it is Chelsea coming second to Sunderland, and playoff winners are Weymouth, beating Slough in the final. Tottenham, Villa, and Leicester also in League One. Everton? Sorry, 70 Premier Leagues, 61 Premier Leagues in this experiment, 31 Champions Leagues, currently sitting mid-table in League One. Middlesbrough getting relegated to League Two. Barnsley, former Premier League champions, 3 times Champions League winners, 8-time Premier League winners, 6-time FA Cup winners. Barnsley getting promoted back to League One from League Two. Bristol Rovers won the Premier League as recently as 6 years ago, and they're just getting promoted from League Two. What happened? The first, fourth, second, so Champions League football, 20th. What's happened there? 15 points. Then they got relegated back to back. 3 relegations in a row. So going from winning the Premier League 2 times in a row, let that be known, and top 4 for 8 years. Yeah? 7 years. 7 years in the top 4, winning it twice in a row. During that period, you've then ended up in League Two a couple of years later. That is insane. The Vanarama National League, then, we're going down. We've got teams like Charlton, we've got Northampton, we've got Southampton, not a Premier League team, though. Burnley are down there in the Vanarama National League. Peterborough, former champions. Peterborough, when did they win the league? They only won it once. It was 150 years ago-ish, so I'll give them that. They've had times to fall from grace, haven't they? Not like Bristol bloody Rovers, 3 years. And the Vanarama National League North, we've got Nottingham Forest as current champions. We've got Sheffield United down there. They've been absolutely rubbish, haven't they? They've just been in the Vanarama National. I mean, they've made it up to League Two, and that's as far as they've been. The dizzy heights of League Two and down in the Vanarama National League North, they've just been alternating all the way through. And I'm still scrolling to find out when they actually got to League One at some point. Nothing's happening. Jesus. There we go. 430 years ago-ish. 434 years ago was the last time they were higher than League Two. I always say Sheffield United do well in these experiments. Well, they haven't, have they? Checking in on the Bundesliga then, and as you can see, Bochum have won it, Dortmund are up there, Bayern Munich are nowhere to be seen. Leipzig have just gone down and been relegated. Where are Bayern Munich? Mid-table in the second tier of Germany. Wow, Dortmund have just won the second tier, and they've just come second in the top tier. Past winners, as we were here last time, 250 years, it was all about just passing it around in between teams, and it looks like it's much of the same again. I'm scrolling down, and there's not really much to sort of unpack really with the Bundesliga, because to be honest, one, I don't know about too many teams that aren't in there at the minute, like Oberhausen. I don't think they probably were. Regensburg, yeah, they weren't, because I don't recognise them as names, but that could just be my own naivety and ignorance, to be perfectly frank. 3 in a row for Stuttgart here, 150 years ago, 170 years ago. Like, it's just been passed around. Like, there's nothing to grab hold of. So yeah, the German league, very, very competitive. Serie A up in third. It's been, look what's happened here. Look at this. 18th, 3rd, 21st, 2nd, 21st, 3rd. Inter Milan have won it. Again, the season stats have not taken. Apparently, there's been 3 goals all season, 1 for Luigi Vagnoni for Sassuolo and 2 for Sclafani for Juve. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's not been a lot of goals. Top goal scorers are Inter Milan with 37. I mean, it's very Italian, isn't it? Who's up there then? Foggia, Caronese, Catania, Sassuolo already there, Vibonese, Cosenza, I've said Catania, Entella, Frosinone still up there, Crotone, Empoli going down. I think they did really well previously. Should we have a look in the Serie B? And AC Milan are looking to get promoted via the playoffs. Cittadella going up. Udinese down there, Parthenope, aka Napoli. Serie C is not loaded, so there, not a lot to unpack there, but in terms of past winners, again, it was being passed around a hell of a lot, I think, in Serie A last time we were here. And going down, looking at it, it's much as the same. You've got, look, Frosinone, AC Milan, Crotone, Fiorentina, Caronese, Hellas Verona, Roma, Vibonese, Catania, Genoa, Bologna, Sassuolo, Juve, Fiorentina, Provercelli, Foggia, Cagliari. Like, just so many names. So many different teams have won it. Records. Most times won, Juventus at 51. We've just simulated 517 years into the future. Sorry, let's have a quick look at the German record. 56 for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich haven't won it in ages. Go to Premier Division, it's going to be Man City. Of course it is. 214. Pathetic. Most matches without losing, Maidstone. 55 games between 23-23 and 23-24. Go on, Maidstone. Most matches without conceding, Plymouth Argyle. 21. That was Serie A. Anyway, journeying back, we're going to Scotland, and it's Ross. Celtic are back in the big time and in the top half, and Rangers narrowly avoiding relegation there. Although not quite narrowly avoiding relegation. They've actually avoided relegation by 29 points. You could double Montrose's points, and they still would be 10 points adrift. So Montrose had been crap. Rangers, to be fair, a win, and it puts them level on points with Celtic. A win actually probably moves them ahead of Celtic because of goal difference. So that's weird. Again, the season's player ratings is not really doing anything at all. It's been a bit strange, isn't it? Should we have a quick look at past winners then? Airdrieonians, well, they did all right for a bit, didn't they? Celtic, Airdrieonians, I mean, how many have they won? 53. Any advance on 53? So we're just scrolling down with Falkirk. I mean, it's been passed around a hell of a lot. Airdrieonians stopped that with a bit of an era of domination. Not a lot to pick up on going further down, to be honest, because it's just been passed around. Couple, like two times in a row, like Green at Morton, Wraith Revers, Dumbarton. Like what's all that? 98 wins for Rangers. Half of them have been in the experiment. So yeah, not a lot really going on in the Scottish League. It's just been passed around, and then Airdrieonians had an absolute monster of a period. Portuguese Premier League's up in 5th. The Spanish First Division is in 6th, and that's been fluctuating up and down again. The stats for the Spanish League are actually there. Maybe that's because I've got it on playable and not view only. So I didn't notice that on previous iterations. Girona have just won the league. So Girona are dominating. Tenerife had been up there for a while. Barca and Real Madrid are still there, which is annoying. Look at this. Fuenlabrada, I don't know who they are. San Juan, Formentera, Logrones, Marbella, Cordoba, Huesca. A lot of these teams that weren't in the top flight. San Sebastian going down. Sociedad, should I say. Girona, 109 points, winning the league by 8 points over Tenerife, who got 101 points and finished second, which is very unfortunate. Past winners, so from back here, where we were last here, Girona had started their era of domination. Valencia were in amongst it, Tenerife. Real Madrid were, so it's been Valencia, Tenerife, Girona. Real Betis took one there. Real Madrid again. Nothing for Barcelona during these periods. Malaga have won a few. Barcelona, there we go. Barcelona are back. Malaga had a nice little bit of a period. So did Real Madrid. So Girona actually fell away for a long time. A hell of a long time. And here they come. Now they're coming back. But it's Real Madrid and Malaga still. Real Madrid, Girona, Tenerife. And Girona have just won their last 10 or 11. They've won 57 Spanish First Divisions in this experiment. Real Madrid have won 284. Don't know how many in this experiment. Be too hard to count. Tenerife got 71. Malaga with 34. So almost certainly Real Madrid are going to have the record for the most, and absolutely they do. Should we have a look at the second tier of Spain? Any teams that we recognise? Zaragoza, Getafe, and I've not got even further down loaded in terms of speed to get us through this experiment. Competition reputation then. Where else have we got? What other leagues have we got loaded that we've not checked in on? So what other leagues have we got loaded? We've done England, done Germany, we've not done France, Germany, Italy, Scotland and Spain. Okay, so it's just France to check in on. And that's 22nd. It was in 15th, 12th. Champions League, Conference League football for Lorient and Reims. Past winners. Is there anything to really grab onto here? it's just been passed around. Red Star, famous Red Star from a previous life experiment where we gave a lot of money to France to try and relegate PSG. Laval won 3 there in a row. Grenoble won 1. It's just singular teams. Reims with 2. Annecy with a couple. Nantes. So yeah, it's just one. Like, they're just passing it around between themselves. I mean, PSG have actually won 121 in total. I imagine that's probably going to still be the record. It is. Fewest points in the season, Grenoble in the 21-78-79 season. Well, Grenoble have actually come back and won 5 times in the league. So, you know, who's laughing now, eh? Who's laughing now? Probably not Grenoble, because it is pretty embarrassing, isn't it? And there's nothing to sort of cling on to for the French league. So we're going to have to go and have a look through Europe, see what's been happening. So we were last here around here, and this is the Conference League. I'm sorry, I'm not that interested in the Conference League, so I'm going to skip it quite quick. I'm not really even going to notice that many teams, I don't think. Adrionians have won 1. Lincoln Red Imps from Gibraltar. Woking, of course, have won a couple there. Derby runner-up again to Genoa. Železničar, whoever they from. Serbian. Connors Key from the Welsh League, who've actually won a Champions League. That's a spoiler in 23-96. I'm looking forward to the Champions League. Real Madrid winning the Conference League back here. I mean, yeah, literally just flying up. I mean, if you see some of your if you see your team as I'm scrolling through, let me know in the comments down below. But it's too difficult. I mean, like Voljavina, wouldn't even have a clue where they're from. Serbian again. That's just my geographical ignorance. I mean, what can you say? It's the Conference League, really. Who's that bothered? Olympiacos have won 8 times. That's a record. 12-0 Fatih Konica versus Magpies in 21-28 as well as a record. And the Europa League then, moving through the gears. Again, is it really going to be that interesting to see who's won the Europa League? It might be. FC Honka, where are they from? The Finnish Premier League. I mean, you've got teams like Newcastle, you've got TNS from Wales, Sparta Prague, Man City winning it here in 2,346-47. Surprising they're in the Europa League, to be honest, but they must have had a bad season. Real Madrid as well. Not too much to note here. Woking have won 1. Come on. I think we're looking for English teams, really. Everton, again, winning Europa League. I mean, why are Everton so far down? Grimsby! Go on, Grimsby. And they were run up the year before, so they actually got revenge. I mean revenge, not revenge, but like they won it. Yeah. Viking, they're from Norway. They've won. I've just clicked on Viking and I've seen they've won 10 Champions Leagues. Okay. I mean, the Champions Leagues is going to be entertaining when we get there. I think we'll spend a bit more time going through the Champions Leagues. Yeah, not a lot more to notice. I mean, like Haverfordwest beating Man United in the final. I mean, that's something, I suppose, isn't it? Haverfordwest with a stadium capacity of 2,100. And the record is Sparta Prague winning it 21 times. And the highest attendance is a Newcastle game again. Newcastle got 140,000 capacity stadium. Diego Park, clearly named after a player called Diego. But who that Diego is, I don't know. He was a manager for 13 years for Newcastle. And he did very well for them. He did very well. Never played for them, but he was manager for them and did fantastically well. And they named a stadium after him. Right then, Champions Leagues then. Back in 22-73 where we were here last time, and we're looking through, we've got Everton, Valencia, Benfica. Woking winning the Champions League there in 22-80-81. FC Honka have got one as well. Newcastle and Everton passing it back and forth. Maccabi Tel Aviv, Honka again. Salzburg with 3 in the final 4 years in a row. They've actually got 10 from the Austrian Premier League. Going through, we've got a lot more for Man City, Newcastle, Everton. Sturm Graz with a few here. FC Honka coming runner-up again. And winning some again. They've got 39 Champions Leagues, FC Honka, from the Finnish Premier League. 39 Champions Leagues. Bloody hell. Leeds, Barnsley. Barnsley got 3. IA. Sparta Prague beating Derby. Derby. We got a Premier League for Derby, but there's no European trophy. I've clicked on them. Spoilers, nothing for Derby. Just more heartbreak, potentially. Plymouth Argyle beating Everton in the Champions League final in 23-51-52. Their only Champions League success. Bringing it to Home Park with a capacity of 17,900. Year built, 1903. That stadium is 600 years old. In very good condition, apparently. And we're getting here City, Everton, FC Honka, Liverpool, Besiktas, Sturm Graz, Viking, as we saw loads. FC20, they've got 6 Champions Leagues to their name. Porto, they've got 36. Salzburg again. Lincoln Red Imps with their only Champions League in 23-89. FC Midtjylland, they've got 2. One of them in 23-91-92. Oh, back-to-back they were. Fair play to them. Connors Key with a Champions League in 23-96. They were runners-up the year before to Sparta Prague, and they were runners-up the year after again to Man United. 3 finals in a row for them, and they got another one up here. AIK beating Manchester City in one of their 3 Champions Leagues, the first of their 3, shall we say. Again, FC Honka, Everton, Porto, Twente, so no new names here. Stibnik, or 26, this is the first one. Another one later on down the line. And we're still seeing nothing new. Grimsby Town, there you go. 2,450 was the year Grimsby win the Champions League. FC Copenhagen with 3, all in the span of 19 years. We've just missed the first one down here. I think I glossed over it, but 2 in 3 years here. Servette beating TNS in the final for one of their 2 Champions League wins in 2,469, where we're at now. There's another one in 25-32, which was in the last 10 years. WSG Tirol, the Austrian Premier Division, 2 Champions Leagues for them. Breidablik from Iceland, how many have they got? Just the 2. FC Arges again from this time from the Romanian league, taking a couple. Another 2 though for them. 2 in 4 years. There you go. They've got it. Beating Sibenik in the final, who got to the final 3 years in a row, losing 2 of them. Tranmere Rovers losing to FC Arges. They did get a Champions League themselves though in 21-63. Way back when in the 250-year sim, we will have seen that. Man City then won a bit of a domination. Rojaska. Who are they? Slovenian. 5 Champions Leagues for them. And here's the first one in 25-01. And we've got 4 more to come in the next few years. And there's another one. Slavia Sofia. Bulgarian. 4 for them. Again, the first one now. So we've got first-time winners here. Two in a row for Rojaska, who've just won it for the first time bloody 10 years ago. Won it 4 times in 10 years. Vikings still around. FC Honka. Honka, if you like, Champions Leagues, eh? Adrionians getting their only Champions League in 25-25. Lovely bit of number alliteration there. And 39-40. Well, you won it in 41 then. Oh, it's Man City v Twente. There we go. We simulated the final, and it's 4-0 to Manchester City. So should we have a look at internationals before we round off this experiment? Oh my God, it's been all about Spain, hasn't it? So have any other teams done very well? So it's been Portugal, Spain, Belarus winning some, Finland, Northern Ireland, Ireland. Wow, look at that. Northern Ireland beating Ireland, then Ireland getting their revenge the following tournament in the Euros. Ireland getting to the final 4 times in a row. Golden generation for them. Spain again just doing a lot of work here. Finland, Northern Ireland, Spain, Belarus. 4 in a row for Spain. 4 in a row for Spain again. 3 in 4 tournaments for Spain. How many Euros have Spain won? 59 Euros and 52 World Cups. Well, it's going to be a lot of Spain World Cups as well. Here we go, looking down them. Yeah, look at this. 5 in a row. Honduras won a World Cup. Ireland, England, Belarus have won one. Ivory Coast. Belarus have won another. Belarus have done all right. Belarus have obviously had a few good players come through, and they've won some Euros. They've won some international tournaments with the Euros and the World Cup. England coming runner-up a bit and winning. Spain again. It's just Belarus. I mean, how many have Belarus won? Let's have a look at Belarus, because I'm very interested. 9 Euros and 9 World Cups and 7 Euros. Spain a lot. Spain actually have fallen away recently. Northern Ireland have done really well in recent times, but it's sort of been all about Spain. It's been all about like Man City in the Premier League. Man City have won the most Champions Leagues. Have they won the most Champions Leagues? That's silly. Yes, Man City have won the most Champions Leagues. Yes, I thought they would have done. Yes, so Man City have been the team of the experiment. How boring is that in 500 years? Over 500 years to tell us Man City are amazing. Why did we bother wasting our time? Why did you bother watching this video? Well, there's been a lot of interesting things that have cropped up. A lot of fun things. Hopefully your team has done well. If your team has done something notable, let me know in the comments down below. Anything I missed that you would like me to have highlighted, again, let me know in the comments down below. If you want this save file yourself in order to have a little look through, it's too big to go on the Patreon, so I'm just going to give it away for free. If you want it, DM me on Twitter and we'll arrange, or email me, jayhuahua12@gmail.com. Email's in the description for the channel bio, whatever. Email me, DM me on Twitter. We'll facilitate getting over via WeTransfer. It's about a gig in size, 900 or something meg. So yeah, if you want it, have it. Go and have a look through yourself. Please feel free. Dive deeper into things that I have just sort of glossed over, because I'm sure you can appreciate there's a hell of a lot going on, isn't there, really? But other than that, hope you've had a good time watching. If you're not subscribed, please do. Like the video, stick around on the channel and watch something else. But most importantly, take good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.